would be from Mr. Rauf, that as far as as we are talking about the frontiers, exploring frontiers, now we are talking a lot about the offshore. So what do you think, what can be a prudent strategy to explore the offshore of Pakistan, inshallah?
Thank you, Irfan sir. If we talk about offshore, we have seen that there was also a discussion in the previous panel about the offshore exploration in Pakistan. We need to look back that what we have done so far in the Pakistan offshore. It's a huge area, 280,000 square kilometers. Only 18 wells have been drilled. And if we look at the history of exploration, started in 60s. So initially, the wells which were drilled is only the creek area, and then Wintershell came in into 70s. They just stepped ahead of it. And again, it was a movement from shallow to deep, and the last one was the Kekra, as we all know. So it looks like that the companies and the campaigns which started in 60s, they were concluding the offshore as they were moving forward, which was not the case as we think. Now, if we look back and we just look at the data integration and all that, it's a huge data which is available. Apart from these wells, if you look at wells data, you're also part of the basin study, and you know better that more than 50% of the wells which have not reached their targets. Some have operational challenges. So only few wells which have valuable data that we could use in our evaluation. Around 100,000 line kilometers 2D seismic is available, 15,000 square kilometer 3D is available. What happens in between, in the last decade, we have some new technologies which have come into play, new workflows, and some of the technologies which are integrated with seismic, like this is the CSEM, the electromagnetic that we can talk about. Although there are failures, there was no good news about these wells, only we have the indication of working petroleum system. But if we look at other basins in the world which have this similar journey, like very recently, Namibian Orange Basin, we have seen that it has similar history of us. And in the last 5 to 6 years, they have made tremendous discoveries. What they have done, they actually used the play-based exploration approach, understood the risks which have encountered in the past, and incorporated all those risks in their study. They went through the in-depth analysis. And the first discovery which came in, this was done by Shell, I think, the Groff, that opened the opportunities for the new one. Then the last one was the Mopane, which was 10 billion barrels discovery. So what is the lesson for us? Lesson is that we should also integrate all this data, use the best approaches that we could use for the play-based exploration. There are 3 key plays which have been identified on our offshores. We should work on them and find the sweet spots and plan our drilling campaign on only specific to those areas, and then open up the basin for us. That was particular to Indus. And if we look at the Makran area, I've seen some studies recently that there's a huge potential for gas hydrates. As we all know that if the gas hydrates are there, that means that it's a working petroleum system. Gas is being generated from somewhere. So if we find a trap or the sweet zones for the drilling, I think that's also a big